Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. For those that are new, my name is Nelly. Today we're going to talk about how to detach yourself from someone, especially if you feel lost and you don't know how to go about doing it. You're feeling stuck, you love someone, but you're just holding on to something that's bringing you more pain. Detaching from love is not easy. It's never been easy, but it needs to be done, especially if you don't know where to start. So today's video, we're going to talk about steps that you need to start from in order for you to be able to detach from that person or maybe those people. So how do you know that you need to let go? First of all, you need to accept the situation that you're in. You need to accept that it's time to let go of that person or maybe those people. The other truth is you can't make someone change their decision or maybe their actions. If they were meant to be part of your life, they will be, without having you to beg them or even chase them. Accepting this may be painful, but this is the first step for you to move forward, especially when it involves relationships or maybe a personal change. It requires a level of emotional surrender that may feel like a loss to you, but it isn't really. It's just an invitation for you to step forward into moving to something that is more aligned to you rather than staying in a relationship or being with someone or people that are not meant to be part of your life. But we never understand this because we're always holding on to someone or some people because of what they offer. And yet they are not meant to be part of our journeys. Because moving forward doesn't really mean that you're shutting down those emotions. You are giving yourself a chance to heal, a chance to even forget these people. It means you're just embracing something that you cannot control and choosing growth over resistance. So there are ways that you can do this by just creating new beginnings. Because when it comes to change, really isn't about ending. It's just opening something fresh, even though it's painful. But this teaches us to value ourselves and valuing other people and forgetting about yourself. And the second thing that you can do yourself is delete those contacts, even though you know it hurts. If you are going to find yourself texting or calling those people, then you'll find it very difficult to detach yourself from them. Because normally we do that and we keep their contacts on our phone just in case you want to go back and call them. If you are going to keep checking their social media and keep checking what they're doing, your heart will still keep thinking they are part of your life. And you're deceiving yourself really that you keep thinking that you want to detach yourself and yet you still keep going to that cookie jar. So you need to release that attachment. If there's an attachment within you, you need to release it. It doesn't mean that you hate them. It just means that you need that space for you to be able to heal. It's okay to mute them, unfollow, or even detach from yourself from that social media altogether. But it doesn't mean that you have to open another second page that person doesn't follow in order to check on them what they're doing, because that way you're not detaching yourself. And the third thing is to break from that habit of emotional dependence. Sometimes love isn't just a feeling, it's about routine. You're always relying on them, talking to them, and even their presence. So once they leave you, you feel it. You feel that presence that they're gone. And you're always used to those daily check-ins. Over time, it becomes a routine. Waking up and realizing that there are no longer those good mornings or maybe those good nights or maybe that text that says I miss you. Then you start realizing that that routine is no longer there. Instead of trying to detach yourself, you want to go back to that routine, even though you know that that routine is toxic. Love always isn't grand sweeping those emotions. It's about consistency. Over time, love stops being about passion or a feeling. It becomes a habit or a part of life. That is why moving forward becomes very impossible at times. It's not just that person that left you, it's the way they fitted into your life. And the next point is you need to release those what ifs. What if I was a better person? What if I had changed? What if he comes back? Release those what ifs, because those thoughts are keeping you trapped on the past. There's no ways you'll be able to attract new people if you're still trapped in the past. The truth is, if someone truly values you, they won't keep you trapped in those thoughts. They won't make you question your thoughts. You need to trust yourself and what happens next, even when you don't see it. Because when love is constant, it becomes that safe space, something predictable in this unpredictable world. But you need to change, even though it's painful, but it's a proof that you're growing. Which comes to the next point. This is when you have to discover yourself and beyond them. Before you had dreams and passions, and life existed outside their present. And guess what? It will still exist. Go back and do those things that make you feel alive. Whether it's reading, creating, or even traveling. Go back to those things. Because detachment is creating those new habits instead of thinking about that person. Maybe you can just journal your thoughts instead of seeking their validation in order for you to affirm yourself. Because when you do that, you're letting those feelings out. You're allowing yourself to let go of all that sadness, and you're filling those empty spaces with you. And only you can do it. And the next point is to give yourself that grace to heal. Because when it comes to healing, really, it comes in waves, not in straight lines. It takes a while, and you need to allow yourself to give yourself that time to heal. You may think you're okay today, and tomorrow you're not. You're just managing. You'll have those moments where you feel free, where the air becomes lighter, where their absence doesn't sting anymore. But you need to be patient with yourself and start trusting those steps to move forward, including those little steps as well. Because when it comes to healing, it's not for a moment, it's a journey. And you need to go through that journey by yourself until you know that you're okay, you've conquered it. Because detachment doesn't just come swiftly, and it doesn't just arrive without resistance. It unfolds slowly in that space between longing and acceptance. In some nights, the edge of reaching out will be so unbearable, but that's okay. You are going through that process, and allow yourself to go through that process. It doesn't mean that when you're missing them, you are moving backwards. It just means that they were significant in your life. Slowly, you begin to also find that beauty in your own company again. And that's when you'll know that you're healing, and you can open space to accept new love or new people into your life. There's no deadline when it comes to healing, because everyone heals differently. You just need to know when you have healed. This is when you'll notice that the craving of wanting to see that person or those people is being replaced by what you're doing now. And that comfort of knowing makes you whole. Doesn't mean that detaching yourself from those people, their love was meaningless. It just means that they're choosing your own peace. And by letting them go, you're not losing, you're just finding yourself again. Sometimes you just need to do this in order for you to find closure. So if this video was helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with someone that might need to hear it.